ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልን የተወደዳችሁና የተከበራችሁ የተቸገሩትን እንርዳ ቲዩብ አድማጭ ተመልካቾች እንዴት ሰነበታችሁ? በቲዩባችን ሃይማኖታዊ አስተምሮዎች፣ የቤተሰብ ውይይትና ወጎች፣ የገጠር አረጋውያን የኢትዮጵያውያን ትውፊቶች ቦታው ድረስ በመሄድና በማቅረብ በሚገኘው ገቢ የኢኮኖሚ አቅማቸው ዝቅተኛ የሆኑ ወገኖች መደገፍ፣ መስቀል፣ ጧፍ፣ ዘቢብና የመሳሰሉ የመገልገያ ቁሳቁሳት ችግር ያለባቸውን አብያተ ክርስቲያናት መደገፍና ማሳደስ ስራዎችን በሰፊው የሚሰራ ይሆናል። ቲዩባችን የሰሞን ግብር ወደ ተግባር ለመቀየር ይችል ዘንድ ቤተሰብ በመሆን ደስታን ለዓለማዊ ሕይወቶ መንፈሳዊ መደላደልን ለዘላለማዊ ቤቶ ያጎናጽፉ። ቤተሰብ በመሆን ስለሚያደርጉልን ድጋፍ ሁሉ እናመሰግናለን።
አትሽመድመድ፣ ንቃ በል። ለምን ትተኛለህ? ንቃ፣ ክርስቶስ ያበራልሃል። እየሞትክ ነው፣ እየተበላህ ነው። ምን ትፈልጋለህ? ይህንን እኮ ጠቅላይ ሚኒስትሩ ሳይሰቀቁ በእኛ ላይ አዋጅ ካወጁ ስለ እውነት ለመናገር ምን አስቀቀኝ? ምን ፍርሃት አለብኝ? ምን ፍርሃት አለብኝ? ከእናቴ ከቤተ ክርስቲያን በላይ ምን አለ? አሁን ድምጻችሁን አሰሙ። አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ ድምጻችሁን ከፍ አድርጉ። አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ አንድ ቤተ ክርስቲያን፣ አንድ ፓትርያል፣ አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ አንድ ፓትርያል፣ አንድ ሃይማኖት። እኛ ልንገራችሁ የኦሮሚያ የብሔር ብሔረሰቦች ቅዱስ ሲኖዶስ የሚለውን አንቀበልም። የምንቀበለው የብሔር ብሔረሰቦች ቅዱስ ሲኖዶስ የሚለውን አንቀበልም። ተሸማቀቃችሁ ሳምን ነው። ፈራችሁ ሳምን ነው። ፈራችሁ ሳምን ነው። ፈራችሁ ሳምን ነው። የብሔር ብሔረሰቦች የኦሮሚያ ሲኖዶስ የሚለውን እንቀበላለን ወይስ አንቀበልም? እኛ የምንቀበለው አንድ ሲኖዶስ፣ አንድ ፓትርያል፣ አንድ ቤተ ክርስቲያን፣ ያንን ነው የምንቀበለው። አትፍሩ። ኦርቶዶክሳውያን ያሳደጓችሁ አባቶቻችሁ እነ ጴጥሮስ ጀግናዎች ናቸው፣ እነ አባ ሚካኤል ጀግናዎች ናቸው። ወደ ኋላ የምንልበት ጊዜ የለም። በቃ በቃን። መንግስት እጁን ከቤተ ክርስቲያን ላይ ያንሳ። መንግስት እጁን ከቤተ ክርስቲያን ላይ ያንሳ። መንግስት እጁን ከቤተ ክርስቲያን ላይ ያንሳ። ይሄ ነው የሚያስፈልገው። ተመልሼ እመጣለሁ። እግዚአብሔር ከሁላችን ይሁን።
ቃልዮት ያሰማልን፣ ቃልዮት ያሰማልን። መምህር ልዑልን እንደገና ጭብጨባ ያንሳል። የሚቀጥለው መርሃ ግብር መላከ ሳይል ሙሉ ጌታ የዚህ ኮሚቴ ዋና ጸሐፊ ወደሚቀጥለው መርሃ ግብር ያሸጋግሩናል። መላከ ሳይል
በመጀመሪያ በኋላ በዚህ በፔቭ ዌይ ላይ ያላችሁ ሰዎች ሳይንወኩ ነፃ መሆን አለበት። ከፓርክ ፖሊስ ጋራ አግሪመንት ስለሌለን ዘሜዲስ እንትን ሊያደርጉብን ይችላሉ፣ ዲስአበንደን ሊያደርጉ ስለሚችሉ ወደፊት እንድትሄዱልን እንጠይቃለን። Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
I can't hear that. What's going on? Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Your Grace, the Honorable Abuna Fanuel, the Archbishop of the North America, Washington, D.C. and surrounding states, diocese, honorable clergies, priests, church leaders, youth, and ladies and gentlemen, we are here for one and one only reason. The weather is so cold and people around here, especially the foreigners, may wonder what's going on because it's a very cold weather. And usually rallies took place in the summertime, but there is a very urgent issue here. That's why all Ethiopians are out here and demand some sort of assistance from the executive office. So, Mr. President, we are here in front of your house to just appeal what is happening and report to you what's going on in Ethiopia. Currently, Ethiopia is in a very big crisis. As you know, the Americans, the founding fathers, had founded this country on a strong rocks. That strong rock is Christianity. That's why America has advanced to this level and has created a great nation. And Ethiopia had done the same thing. Ethiopia was founded and actually sustained its unity because of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. We believe in that?
Yes.
So we want just reflect that, echo that. So people, especially foreigners, we want you to let you know that we are here to reflect the things happening in Ethiopia. Currently, Orthodox Christian is under persecution. The archbishops are imprisoned. They are jailed. They are perpetrated. They are trying just to kill them. And we have a report that certain people have been killed yesterday on Saturday, February the 4th, in Shashamane. These people, they are innocent people, innocent Christians. They wanted to protect their churches. However, the well-armed government forces are shot and killed Christians. And this is totally unacceptable. As Ethiopian American, I denounce it. How about you guys? Do you denounce this? Can you clap and show the president that we are denouncing this? We want to be a voice to the Ethiopian church because the Ethiopian church has sustained the unity of the country, not only the unity of the country, however, the peace and stability in the Horn of Africa. So the church plays a greater role, not only in the country, however, in the Horn of Africa. Mr. President, I know you are not out for golfing because it's a cold weather. You might be here definitely, and you are just seeing us through the window. So we are telling you that we are in a very endangered situation. Listen to us, get our message, help us to free ourselves. So, we know we have been in a very serious war for the last 2 years. And it's unwise for the leader of Ethiopia to move from war to war, from civil war, regional war to religious war. They are orchestrating such kind of things and inciting conflicts among the ethnic groups. And this is totally unacceptable. The Holy Synod is one and one. There is no any other Holy Synod. And this is a way of splitting the religion, not only the religion, however, disintegrating Ethiopia. So we denounce such kind of acts. So the Prime Minister and his executive members needs to just reconsider their acts. And such kind of acts are not acceptable, not only by us, but also by the people of the Americans. America doesn't support such kind of undemocratic behavior. America doesn't support autocratic behavior. This is totally unacceptable. And Christian, it doesn't go with, it just contradicts with the founding fathers' mission and purpose. So we want you to compile with that. We appreciate your help. We'll come back and send your additional message. Thank you. Please clap to the White House so that they can hear us, they can see us. Thank you. And now we have Deacon David. He's going to just read us a statement which we have actually made ready available to the president that will be submitted and signed by the Archbishop. Thank you.
በጣም ይቅርታ አድርጉልን። ይሄ ሰልፍ የመጀመሪያችን አይደለም። ገና ብዙ ዓላማ አለን፣ ብዙ ግብ እንደርሳለን። ለዛ ታስከለክሉናላችሁ። ለሚቀጥለው እዚህ መተላለፊያው ላይ የቆማችሁ ኢትዮጵያውያን እባካችሁን መንገዱን ልቀቁና ወደ ኋላው ነው። ፖሊሷ ማስጠንቀቂያ እየሰጠችን ነው። ሳምንት ትልቅ ሰልፍ እንዳለን እንዳትረሱ። እንዳታስከለክሉን አደራ።
The Son, the Holy Spirit, one God. Amen. Dear President Biden, Our warmest greetings to you and your resolute staff in the White House. We, the leaders of the Diocese of Washington, D.C., and the surrounding areas, priests, Sunday school teachers, and parishioners represent the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church that is directly linked and answerable to the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church Holy Synod in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. We would like to bring to your attention an urgent matter of concern, which is a violation of religious freedom and civil rights taking place in Ethiopia. We, Ethiopian Americans and permanent residents living in the United States, are truly concerned about the violation of human rights and freedom of religious taking place in Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Orthodox Church is one of the most ancient churches in the world that kept the apostolic succession. The church has contributed in maintaining peace, unity, integrity of the country, and helped peace and stability around the Horn of Africa. It has opened its first church in New York during President Kennedy's presidency time, and continued opening more churches in various states over the years until now. It has its services here in the United States for Orthodox Christians in exile, for born and naturalized U.S. citizens and other nations. Just to mention, in the District of Columbia, Maryland, and Virginia, there are over 42 Orthodox churches and monasteries, serving more than 150,000 fellow Christians and youth. Overall, there are more than 300 churches in the U.S. that serve more than 500,000 citizens in English and Amharic. Our mother church in Ethiopia has faced a grave existential threat due to the current government undue interference through political conspiracy that is suddenly dividing the church into multiple pieces. On January 14, 2023, the government of Ethiopia, using 3 former Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church bishops, illegally ordained 26 bishops without the knowledge and approval of the central top final authority of the Holy Synod. They secretly conspired to go against Orthodox Christian Church unity by contriving divisive schemes with the intent of promoting ungodly and ethnically motivated traditions and core values of the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. In Ethiopia, a country over 120 million population, 60% are Orthodox Christians. The violation of the canons and the doctrine of our church, which is against the will of the Christians and the government's open interference and exerting religious oppression, is against the constitutional religious freedom. Such an act will have grave consequences and may even lead to a savage inter-ethnic battlefield for decades to come and spill over to the rest of the Horn of Africa. On January 18, 2023, the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church Holy Synod held an emergency meeting and denounced the unholy deeds of the 3 bishops and called upon them to reverse their malicious and unlawful acts and apologize, and demanded an apology and return their synod membership. However, they refused and continued their reckless actions with visible supports and backing of the federal
of regional governments. As a result, the Holy Synod excommunicated and defrocked these former bishops. Despite the Holy Synod's call on federal and regional state authorities to serve and defend the public interest of the faithful and the servants of God, the federal government refused to heed the request at all levels. In a publicly transmitted television briefing, the Prime Minister made wrong allegations and used divisive talks to officially enforce the legal Holy Synod leaders to break the long upheld canonical and apostolic succession laws just to accommodate the rebellious, unlawful acts. The Prime Minister also warned his cabinet from involving in this crisis and strictly banned them from helping to resolve the issue. He clearly declared partiality in favor of the unlawful acts of the violators, which are fully sponsored by the federal and regional governments. As a result, multiple forms of religious persecution and fundamental human rights are being violated in broad daylight. Physical threats, including murder attempts, have been made against holy fathers and key synod archbishops. The Prime Minister openly expressed his intention of dividing the religion regardless of the will of the faithful. On Saturday, February 4th, 2023, there were reports from Ethiopia that more than 23 youth Christians were killed by the Oromia regional government law enforcement in different locations like Shashamane town. The killings were done because the faithful youths contested the lawless acts of the excommunicated former bishops and tried to protect and stop the illegal breaking of the churches and of the removal of church properties. The government exposed its autocratic behavior, violation of religion freedom, and human rights, which all are very dangerous trend and could lead to a series of bloodsheds culminating war. Mr. President, the U.S. has bad experience in Rwanda in 1994. It is not hidden from you about what happened between the two tribes that led to the loss of millions of Rwandese of nonsense reason. The Ethiopian government is currently providing full support to the illegal so-called synod and promoting their divisive and unacceptable agenda, creating another synod and embezzling the church properties. It has become a day-to-day routine to breaking churches, oppressing Christians, jailing and killing Christians and the archbishops in various regions of the country. The Orthodox Christians are terrified and worried about their safety and lives. On Friday, February 3rd, the Medhanelem Church, located half a mile from the U.S. Embassy in Addis, has been targeted to be occupied by the federal police, to take out church properties and to kill priests. For this reason, the residents of Addis Ababa spent the entire night safeguarding the church, and their fathers risking their lives within empty hands against well-armed military forces. As U.S. citizens and permanent residents, we cordially request your kind support to inform, put pressure on the Prime Minister to stop interfering in the Orthodox Church operation and stop to halt supporting the illegal and divisive ex-bishops. We also humbly request you to reach out to him to sternly warn him to stop his autocratic leadership and bring to justice those who are involved in the killings of the 23 youth in Shashamane and other places in Oromia region. In the court of laws and justice to be served, we solicit your high office to the task of the State Department, the USAID office, and other relevant government office like the Office of International Religion Freedom and the U.S. Embassy in Addis Ababa to monitor government-sponsored ethnic-motivated religious persecutions, abuses, harassment, and violence in Ethiopia. We kindly look forward to your full support to the Orthodox Christians in Ethiopia. We are the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. We have a history that's rooted in thousands of years. We are the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church, a church that preaches unity and peace. We are the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church that have lived in harmony for many years together. We have our head held high. We are proud and we boast about the glory that God has shown our country and the glory that God will show our church. We are united. We are the Ethiopian Orthodox Tewahedo Church. And we're calling on the international community to stand by our side. Thank you.
ሰላም ጤና ይስጥልን የተወደዳችሁና የተከበራችሁ የተቸገሩትን እንርዳ ቲዩብ አድማጭ ተመልካቾች እንዴት ሰነበታችሁ? በቲዩባችን ሃይማኖታዊ አስተምሮዎች፣ የቤተሰብ ውይይትና ወጎች፣ የገጠር አረጋውያን የኢትዮጵያውያን ትውፊቶች ቦታው ድረስ በመሄድና በማቅረብ በሚገኘው ገቢ የኢኮኖሚ አቅማቸው ዝቅተኛ የሆኑ ወገኖች መደገፍ፣ መስቀል፣ ጧፍ፣ ዘቢብና የመሳሰሉ የመገልገያ ቁሳቁሳት ችግር ያለባቸውን አብያተ ክርስቲያናት መደገፍና ማሳደስ ስራዎችን በሰፊው የሚሰራ ይሆናል። ቲዩባችን የሰሞን ግብር ወደ ተግባር ለመቀየር ይችል ዘንድ ቤተሰብ በመሆን ደስታን ለዓለማዊ ሕይወቶ መንፈሳዊ መደላደልን ለዘላለማዊ ቤቶ ያጎናጽፉ። ቤተሰብ በመሆን ስለሚያደርጉልን ድጋፍ ሁሉ እናመሰግናለን።